Sharia law is a system of Islamic principles and moral guidelines that govern many aspects of a Muslim's life, covering personal, social, legal, and religious matters. The term Sharia literally means the way or the path, and is derived from the Quran, Islam's holy book, and the Hadith, the sayings and practices of the Prophet Muhammad. While often misunderstood, Sharia law serves as a comprehensive framework for Muslims to live in accordance with their faith. Sources of Sharia law. Sharia law is based on several key sources. The Quran. As the foundational text of Islam, the Quran provides instructions on how Muslims should conduct their lives, offering guidance on matters such as prayer, fasting, charity, and personal conduct. The Hadith and Sunnah. These are the recorded sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, which offer further insight into how to interpret the Quran. Together, these texts form the basis for much of Islamic jurisprudence. Ijma, consensus. Islamic scholars and jurists have, over centuries, arrived at various consensual decisions on interpreting and applying Sharia. This collective wisdom, developed over time, plays a key role in its modern application. Qiyas, analogy. In situations where there is no direct guidance from the Quran or Hadith, scholars often resort to analogical reasoning to apply Sharia to new circumstances. Misconceptions about Sharia law. Sharia law is often portrayed in a narrow and negative light, especially in Western media, where it is frequently associated with harsh punishments and oppression. However, these portrayals do not represent the full scope or intent of Sharia. In reality, Sharia is a broad and nuanced system that includes ethical and spiritual elements. It is not limited to punitive measures, but rather encompasses guidelines for daily life, including aspects like prayer, charity, honesty, and justice. Many misunderstandings stem from the conflation of Sharia with certain legal practices in specific countries. For instance, some governments in Muslim-majority countries have adopted particular interpretations of Sharia to justify punishments like amputation or stoning for crimes. However, these practices are often not representative of the broader, more flexible interpretations of Islamic law that exist in many parts of the world. Islamicity. 3. The goals and application of Sharia. One of the primary objectives of Sharia is to promote justice, protect human dignity, and ensure societal well-being. Sharia covers a wide array of areas, personal and family life. Sharia offers guidance on family relationships, inheritance, marriage, and divorce. For example, it prescribes the importance of caring for parents and children and maintaining family harmony. Economic transactions. Sharia promotes fair dealing in commerce and forbids exploitation. It prohibits practices like usury, charging excessive interest, and mandates charitable giving, zakat, to reduce inequality. Criminal justice. This aspect of Sharia is where much of the controversy lies. Criminal law in Sharia, hudud, covers serious offenses such as theft, adultery, and murder. While it does prescribe specific punishments, many Islamic scholars emphasize that these punishments are rarely applied in modern contexts and require stringent evidence. Sharia also includes broader principles of moral conduct, such as being truthful, avoiding slander, and maintaining modesty. In many ways, Sharia serves as an ethical guideline for Muslims on how to live a good life in accordance with God's will. 4. Sharia in practice. Contrary to popular belief, Sharia is not a fixed legal system imposed uniformly across all Muslim-majority countries. Its application varies widely depending on cultural context, local laws, and differing schools of Islamic thought. There are several schools of jurisprudence within Islam, each interpreting Sharia differently. For example, Sunni and Shia Muslims may follow different interpretations of Sharia, with variations in the rules governing family law, inheritance, and worship practices. WI. Additionally, most Muslim majority countries today have blended Sharia principles with secular laws, creating hybrid legal systems. Countries such as Saudi Arabia and Iran have more explicitly incorporated Sharia into their national legal frameworks, while others, like Turkey, maintain a secular legal system but allow for the personal practice of Sharia in family and religious matters. 5. Sharia and non-Muslim countries. In non-Muslim countries, the role of Sharia is often limited to personal matters for Muslims, such as marriage, divorce, and inheritance. For instance, in the UK and Canada, Sharia councils or arbitration panels may be used by Muslim communities to resolve family disputes in accordance with Islamic principles. However, Sharia does not replace the legal system of these countries, as Muslims are also required to follow the civil laws of the state in which they live. Conclusion: Sharia law is a complex and comprehensive system that encompasses far more than the punitive measures often highlighted in media discussions. Rooted in the teachings of the Quran and the Hadith, it serves as a moral and ethical guide for Muslims, covering everything from personal conduct and family life to criminal justice and commerce. While its application can vary widely depending on cultural, geographical, and historical factors, the ultimate goal of Sharia is to foster justice, equality, and the well-being of individuals and society. Understanding Sharia in its full context allows for a more nuanced appreciation of its role in the lives of Muslims around the world. If you're enjoying our content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support helps us grow and reach more people. Also, if you'd like to help us produce even more frequent and high-quality content, consider contributing to us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it means the world to us. So, share with your friends, and let's keep this journey going together. Thanks for all your support.